Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy. Named after the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And they should be set up for a big game. They have one of the hottest offenses in the league. They're coming in riding a winning streak, but we've seen these quick turnaround games really wreak havoc with what you've done previously. Hopefully they simplified their offense, and they'll just let their playmakers go out and do what they do best.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Barber on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On 2nd down, Barber. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To throw is Stewart. To throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn. You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Barber. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a
now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 103 in the yardage department.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here's Stewart looking to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Stewart on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll drop the throw, and that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. To throw on 2nd down. Stewart throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. To throw on 3rd down. Stewart. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And this one is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Stewart now on 3rd down. Got him, man. That's Trent Sherfield. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. To throw is Stewart, operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now Stewart from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up. It's through. It extends their first quarter lead to 13-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Can't you stop? Come on, D. Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Barber. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On first down, Barber. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Barber, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now out come the Steelers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Stewart. Off play action. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Check 55 to Mike. Check.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. And he comes back with one complete.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stewart. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Stewart operating from the gun. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check 55, Mike. Check tight, check tight, check tight. You go to
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Stewart now on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Extra point safely through, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Fielded at the 20. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Stewart. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw is Stewart on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. And they'll go on the ground. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now Stewart to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They're running it. Sit up. Mike 51, Mike. Ready. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
2nd and 11. He finds his man Johnson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Morgan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We own them. Check 3, check 3.
Running with Barber out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now back to throw.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
You can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here we go. What? Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stewart. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey.
2nd and 5. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Stewart. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stewart throwing again. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The 4 o'clock games have some intrigue as well, especially up in Buffalo, where it'll be the Bills taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the New York Jets. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Ready, go.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They run with Jackson out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Stewart now looking to throw on 2nd down. And he finds Howard complete. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Stewart. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, the 40. He's at the 30, 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting them.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. A solid first half for him, and so far a good start to the 2nd half.
And I'm going to try not to go overboard with praise here, but I can't help it. He is playing so well, really accurate with the ball, finding guys open downfield, and finding the end zone 3 times. That'll help offset the 1 interception.
Absolutely, just that 1 pick with the 3 touchdowns so far. To throw is Stewart. Back to the air on 2nd down. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Stewart from the gun on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Barber. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run the draw with Barber. Oh, Barber loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down. But what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Running is Barber. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Finding Green complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Stewart. Going to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. Gates with a grab. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Stewart off the play fake. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
can choose the mic. Set, go. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stewart. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Stewart now operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. The game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. They will find Davis, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Ready up.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Clear. Shoot.
They'll look to throw.
Let go defense. Let go defense. And here we go.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 44. And the Steelers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Let's go, D.
Right back to him on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Stewart. To throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It's pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll set up a throw.
Timing is everything, and they
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Go. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here we go, G.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Looking to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. You go, night. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, let's go. Ready.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Handoff here to his running back. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.